We now have a 3/4 scale replica of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial that travels to over 30 locations each year. And that comes with the Mobile Education Center. Mobile Education Center that allows us to teach and educate the visitors about the war, about the legacy of the memorial, and how that's transformed our nation towards our veterans and our military today. We had 106 applicants and we ended up going to 32 communities. So the wonder of us being here is that it's our last of our 32 stops in the 2023 season. We carefully have to go through and the communities really have to represent to us what they can bring into a site. You know, what sort of experience do they have in bringing something like this in? Hundreds of volunteers that are necessary to make this happen, recruiting and getting visitors to come in and of itself, and having an overall understanding that this isn't part of the wine festival or the classic car show. This is really an entity unto itself. It'll draw its own people if you let them know it's here. So, this is our 32nd stop this year, and the wonderful thing about Dare County is the ability for the community to rally around this. And I think it's very telling when they let the schools out half day on Tuesday as we come through and journey through Manio and all the nearby communities, and the people were gathered beside the road. We knew something special was going to happen. As we set it up on Wednesday, we had more than our 35 to 40 volunteers that showed up to set it up, and we set it up in near record time. And then we go on and have an incredible orientation on Wednesday night to get the volunteers. 141 people came out on a weeknight to learn about what they were going to do while they came out here and volunteered all week. And that really just set it up, realizing that, one, they came to it with full community buy-in, from the schools to the community to the counties and the individuals and the businesses. You look at the sponsor pages and you look at how many sponsors that they pulled in, and it's very unusual sponsors we don't normally see. You expect to have the VFW, you expect to have the American Legion and some of those more veteran-centric, but to have the Jeep Club and to have the rally crew and banks and churches, that's an incredible thing that you don't normally get. And that is a testament to the Central Committee here and the planning that they put in and their connections to the community to bring that all together. And it really has come to full fruition to see the thousands of veterans, thousands of visitors we've seen throughout the week here. As great as the entire tour is, very rarely does a community come together as well as Dare County. For them to come through with a committee, for them to lease out their veteran service officer and Patty to do such a great job, and for them to come through with a broad swath of things. The volunteer tent has more food in it than any Thanksgiving spread's going to have next week. And the volunteers have been cared for to the nth degree. The people that have come flowing in and out of here eclipse in 2 hours what we had in New York City. And people argue with us and say, why do you go to a town and a community as small as 3,000? Why do you go to an area that only has 30,000? We come to a community and town like this, hoping that they pull it off. And at the end of the year, when we look back at 2023, what we've experienced in Dare County has really set the standard for the entire year and really kind of finished it off well. And we're so proud to have the opportunity to be here and meet such wonderful people and see what has been transformed in this community because of the Wall That Heals being here.